Hello, everyone. My name is Matthew Cook, and I have a quick 5-minute presentation on the decision-making process. Welcome, everyone. Today we are going to explore how decision-making connects to research design. Specifically, we will look at literature reviews, theoretical frameworks, variables, and research questions. By the end, you will see how decision-making skills apply directly to conducting effective academic research. The purpose of the literature review. A literature review is more than a summary. It is a decision-making tool. It tells us what has already been studied, where the gaps lie, and why our research matters. Green and Ladinsky emphasize that literature reviews place your work into dialogue with other scholars, which makes your study relevant and credible. By evaluating and selecting sources carefully, you demonstrate the reasoning behind your approach. In this way, the literature review not only informs your study, but also strengthens the foundation for your research design. Theoretical framework in a dissertation. Think of the theoretical framework as your map for your research journey. It gives you a lens to view your findings and ensures your decisions about variables and methods align with established theories. Without it, your research risks becoming scattered or disconnected. A clear framework also helps explain why you chose a particular approach, making your study more transparent to others. In addition, it provides a structure that links your work to broader academic conversations and theories, which, as Sun et al. Note, is essential for making sound, defensible decisions throughout the research process. Examples with variables. Here is an example. Suppose we want to see how leadership style and risk intelligence influence decision-making effectiveness in organizations. Leadership style and risk intelligence are independent variables, while employee decision-making effectiveness is the dependent variable. This kind of model helps us test measurable relationships. By structuring variables in this way, researchers can identify patterns that reveal how certain traits or conditions impact outcomes. As Igelski explains, incorporating concepts like risk intelligence into research models provides a clearer understanding of how innovative organizations make effective decisions. Formulating research questions. Research questions should not appear out of thin air. They emerge from the gaps you have identified in prior work. For example, studies on group decision-making highlight process issues, but less often examine how leadership style interacts with individual risk intelligence. That gap could guide your study's questions. Well-developed research questions ensure your project addresses something meaningful rather than repeating what has already been studied. As Beretti, Mascarenas, and Oyu point out, framing questions around real decision-making challenges makes the research process more practical and impactful. Decision-making in research. Decision-making does not only apply to organizations, it applies to you as a researcher. Choosing your theoretical framework, variables, and research design are all decisions with trade-offs. Being aware of risks and opportunities, as Igelski notes, helps ensure your project makes a meaningful contribution. Each choice you make shapes the direction and credibility of your study, influencing how others will interpret your findings. Ultimately, recognizing research as a series of deliberate decisions empowers you to approach your work with greater confidence and clarity. To wrap up, remember that decision making runs through every stage of academic research. From selecting your literature to framing your questions, your ability to make informed, theory driven choices determines the strength of your study. Strong decisions guide your process, clarify your findings, and make your work more persuasive to others. As Green and Ladinsky note, Thoughtful, deliberate decision making ensures that each step of your research contributes to a coherent and credible study. Thank you all for watching this presentation. I hope it has been informative, and if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. Thank you.